230 ayat number. He explains, Adam explains all the physical things about the seven skies, right?
Why physical things?
That's what.
When
That's
Allah
what.
is informing, when Allah is informing, He will inform you of the external features or secrets of His creations.
Of his creations.
He will inform them of the exterior of the creation or the secrets of creation.
Secrets of creation.
So, what's your question?
The question is, all the seven skies are filled up with the physical things, physical, material things. Because in the
beyond,
meeting,
and beyond that,
is a space, empty space.
for you it is empty space.
Yes.
So everything unseen.
Exactly. Yes.
Salam,
Not
doctor.
that what you know of. Yes, salam.
No, you told in the meeting, no? You have to cross the seven skies. Between the seven skies, you still you are quasi-material.
Yeah.
So beyond the seven skies, only you meet God, godliness.
That's it. Yeah.
So till seven heavens, it is a quasi-material.
Don't mention any name to anything. No nomenclature will be essential here. I want the secrets of creation.
Okay. So Adam explains the secrets of creation to Malaikas, right? Then.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's nothing like each creation is different. The word be and it is. That is the secret. So
Salam,
what
doctor.
is be? Yeah, salam, Sajid.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The recent developments in Karnataka, you might have seen that, right? So,
Yeah.
how as God-fearing people we should respond?
Okay. Tell me in what way you want to respond. In what way you want the community to respond. Because each is for himself. We are not for community. We are not responsible for what the community does. And we will not be asked about what they had done. And they will not be asked about what you had done. For your deeds, you will be recompensing. And for their deed, yes. This is what Quran is, right?
True. On an individual level, everybody will be asked for what they did.
And your duty is to inform the others of the Quran, the dictum of it, and the laws of Quran, and what Allah enjoins upon you, and what He forbids you from your own life. So to clearly explain to them is your duty. And you are not a supervisor over them, and you are not a guide over them. Allah is the guide. Except for the thinkers, it is very difficult. Except for the thinkers, it is very difficult for them to hold on to their Iman. So Iman is personal. Allah guides to him in the path of Iman whom He wills, and He leaves astray whom He wills. Allah is for everyone, or Allah is for the Jamaat.
For everyone.
So each must endeavor, strive to know Allah, to follow Allah, to think over everything, have some divine guidance with an eternal divine mind. Don't go for the knowledge which absorbs only the exterior of everything that's created. And even if you suffer from some ailment, you see the exterior part of it, but not the interior. In the interior, if you know things are improving on the one side and deteriorating on the other side. When you have a fever, there's a deterioration and there's always an improvement. So there's a steady recovery if you are dutiful enough, careful enough to abide by the internal command as to what is required for you now and what's not required. When you are ailing, there is some restrictions which your inherent nature will teach you. That is called intuition. If you follow the doctors, they know only certain methodologies adapted for all people. That won't hold good. Everyone is for himself. So follow that which is intuited in you. And for that, Allah's guidance is essential. Those who fear Allah, the guidance comes to them. Those who do not fear and those who associate people to Allah, definitely they are in clear astray. So, if you want the help of Allah, the protection of Allah, it is already there. If you are single, turn to Him alone. Be assertively thankful for He is intuiting you to take rest. He is intuiting you not to take food. He is intuiting you, turn to me alone. Don't go to the doctors, don't go to the people for help, and He always warns us that those people whom you approach for guidance, they themselves are not able to safeguard them. They themselves are useless for them. They cannot bear their own burden. And they don't understand their own ailments they are suffering from. Are they going to understand your ailment and then help you? Every single doctor, if they can help you, they must not suffer from a single iota of disease. Am I right?
Right, doctor.
So, I said about the doctors as an example. Never turn to another person, second person, to help you, except Allah. All the while He is helping you. Very rare occasions, 1 or 2 days, there's a small ailment. Immediately you become jittery, anxious, and go to the people for help. But who helped you all these years? You forget. Allah says mostly these people are forgetful and they are thankless and they are hasty. Now, coming to the Karnataka hijab issue. You follow Allah or you follow a community, or you follow a tradition, or you follow a cultural identity. You want to follow Allah as a Muslim, as a Mu'min, or you want to follow the people as an identity of a separate culture. Forget about what's happening, what development would be there. It will be always shifting this way and that way, depending upon the majority and the power that you hold. Okay, tell me now.
Yes, doctor.
Tell me now.
But doctor, one thing is that we discussed this before also.
Yeah.
That whenever somebody is in distress, he naturally or subconsciously or consciously or whatever way, he only approaches Allah, whatever be the name. But when somebody is in distress, he only approaches Allah, right? knowingly
That's
or unknowingly. So you see that the lot of arsoning and putting vehicles to fire and everything is happening, and the people there are afraid, whatever religion they might be. So they are in distress. In those times, they will naturally only seek help from Allah, right?
Is it happening now? Are they seeking help of Allah? Is it happening now? Or they are as a community? They are living as a community or they are living individually for Allah's sake? Because all people are not having the same problem. Maybe there's a tumult, there's a chaotic situation, but in their mind, some people are peaceful, some people are anxious, some people are fearing, some people are shaken to death. Not each one's mind is the same. Each one's mind is different. Some are stable, some are unstable. So we are all individuals, or we are belonging to a herd of a mass of congregation or a society or community. Give me a clear answer.
It is community or a herd, but there might be even a single person, right, who might be inclined only
No,
towards.
I'm not asking that. How you should be. You must be single for Allah or community-wise you go to Allah. You will be tested, you will be questioned singly. Accordingly, you'll be punished or rewarded.
Yes.
What the final moment is awaiting for us is the moment, every moment we are living here. The same thing awaits here every moment we are living here.
Okay.
This much we are clear, yeah. So become an individual, you are safe. Don't worry about the community, don't worry about the society. Because your Iman and their Iman are different. Your understanding of Quran and their understanding is different. Your nearness to Allah and their nearness to Allah is different. So you cannot vouch for another person and they cannot vouch safe for you. Each one's deed is for himself. So
Yes,
forgiveness from Allah.
that is the reason I asked, what a God-fearing person should do in those circumstances.
Follow Allah, Allah alone. In this aspect, I told you, I gave you a verse how you should follow Allah, chapter 33, 59. You said you would look into it. Did you come for the last class? Did you come for the last class?
No, doctor. I was actually traveling. That's the reason I was not able.
After that, you heard it?
No. I actually, went for a cousin's
Okay, have you given
marriage.
your thought and read it? After that, you said, I will look into it and ponder over it.
Yeah, I did ponder, but it did
Okay,
not
tell me.
come to a conclusion. I was not able to come to a conclusion.
Read for word, read word for word.
Okay, doctor. Oh, Prophet.
All of you can read that verse in a translation that you have.
Yeah, this hijab thing, yes, doctor. But I'm not asking about the hijab thing right now.
Karnataka issues hijab, mainly started with hijab, right? With that
Right,
it started up.
Yes. That
I am fixing that the initial point.
Okay.
Flash point.
Yes. The hijab is not mandatory. The outer head covering is not mandatory. That is what we came to a conclusion.
When it's not mandatory, when it's optional, why did they apply this to the practices of Muslims and it is the practice of Quran? Why did they stress this point with Quran and Allah and the practice of a mu'min? Can you lie? Can you lie?
No.
What is the punishment for lying? If they spread it in the open, If they spread this in the open, it in nature is the Iman code. Because
it's
so
like corruption.
Yeah, it is like now you read 3360. These people are lying in the streets of cities, Medina. Medina means not Medina, Medina means cities. Read 3360.
If the hypocrites and those in whose heart is a disease, and the agitators in the city do not desist, we shall most certainly set you over them. Then they
So
shall not be.
you are asked to set out against them. You must say, don't do this, it is not Islam. You must tell them, don't practice, it is hypocrisy. You must tell them, don't lie in the name of Allah. But we didn't say. We also accepted that as a matter of faith.
Yes.
Because we did not know. We followed the madrasa teaching. We never followed Quran.
Yes.
So go ahead.
This is okay. Hijab thing is okay, but the arson and killing that has started now.
I'll come to that.
Okay.
You are not a party. You are not a party in the arson, and you are not going to be harmed. Even the whole area around you is in such tumult and chaos, you will not be touched because you are single. You are with Allah,
Okay.
and Allah is with you. Don't belong to a community. Belong to Him alone. Alone, underline. Become single and be with Him alone. And tell your people, relations, near ones, dear ones, how they must behave. If they behave, it's well and good for them. If they don't behave on their account, you have no responsibility.
Okay.
If you still misbehave, 3361.
3361. Curse, whoever they are found, they shall be seized and murdered. A murdering.
That's what's happening. You started with the hijab and where it's ending? Because you lied. Lied on Allah, lies to Quran, you favored hadith, kept hadith on top of everything, and you valued the madrasa and not Quran.
Okay.
The questions are answered.
Yes, in a way, but what my question is that, what should an individual do when he's seeing that, people are being forcibly killed or arsoned? What should we do?
You can seek forgiveness for them. And it is up to Allah to forgive or not to forgive. You cannot intercede forcibly with Allah on their behalf.
Yes.
What more you want to do according to Quran?
No, this answers my question.
That's all. Seek forgiveness for them. Your close people, tell them what they should do.
Okay, doctor.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Doctor, this is Anup with you.
Yeah.
There are in the Quran 16.43 and 21.7. 1643.
16, huh?
16.
1643.
And 21.7, both.
Both look similar.
Yes, doctor, because.
So let's go for one.
Yes, doctor.
Because in Quran, ayat, no two verses will be opposing or contradicting. When you know one ayat correctly, the other ayat will also be correct. There will not be a clash. Okay? So go for 1643 now.
And
Go
those,
for 1640.
yes,
Okay.
doctor. And those whom we send with our inspiration before are none but males. So if you do not know from those who are thoughtful.
Yeah. What's your question? Why only males?
Like, see, that in the Quran is saying, take it from who are thoughtful. No, like, for example, like, as you said, a person has a disease, doctors might be thoughtful. So people will go to doctors to get advice. What is about that, doctor? So it is relevant to that 16.43.
Come again?
Yeah. So the 16.43, it is saying, go to people who are thoughtful.
Yes. Who is not thoughtful? I'm having a disease, okay?
Okay.
You are a doctor.
Okay.
I've been thoughtful about my disease better, are you?
The patient.
Then why do you go to doctor?
Okay. So what does it mean, doctor? What does it say here?
Same thing. Every single person is thoughtful.
Know from those who are thoughtful. That means,
No, those who are thoughtful means whenever they are stuck in a
okay.
particular situation,
Okay.
all the while I am thoughtless, all the while I've been thoughtless, when the situation comes, I become thoughtful.
Okay.
So the particular verse I am reading, if it is meeting with my situation, a thought process starts.
Okay.
Until such time I am not in that situation, I'll be just passing by without giving a thought. So every single person will be experiencing every single ayat they are reading
Okay.
in one moment of time or in the other moment of time.
Okay.
So, in other words, you can understand this. If you don't understand, ask the person who have undergone such a problem. Because
Okay.
they were more thoughtful because they experienced the situation.
Okay.
If I am giving you certain indications from this, every single ayat, because of my thoughtfulness, I appreciate myself with the situations. Even if another person is suffering, I see it as my situation, what will happen if that comes to me. This is based on chapter 3, 140.
Three 140. Three 140. Let me. Yes, doctor. If you undergo a test, similarly for others, two are the testing periods. We make such periods come amidst you anytime. This is so that Allah knows the abiders and to choose the witness among you. And Allah loves not the wrongdoers.
So, what do you understand from this? Suppose I am having a problem.
Okay.
The same problem will affect you.
Okay.
If some 50, 60, 70 people are watching, or everyone, there's a time when they'll be afflicted with the similar one, unless they seek forgiveness now. Do you have that sense when you read 3140 now?
Yes, doctor?
Do you have this sense when you
Okay.
read 140 now?
Yes, doctor. And we make such period, okay, any time. Okay.
So, when you see an accident before you, fear, as if it has happened to you. When you see someone rolling in pain because of some ailment, mental or physical, fear. Allah has shown you the sign. Now you fear it may not come to you or to your near ones. It doesn't touch you.
So fear in the sense asking,
Pardon?
fear means it will only
Allah has shown you what's happening for you. The next is you.
Okay, so how to overcome that, doctor?
Fear Allah. How to fear Allah? Because we have been associating partners to Allah all the time. That's the only thing He will not forgive. Yes or no?
Yes, doctor.
Are you living without shirk or with shirk only you are living?
Without shirk, we should live.
Are you living without shirk or with shirk?
With shirk is also there, doctor.
Which is more?
With shirk.
So we are shirky people. When somebody is suffering, it is because of shirk. I am also practicing shirk. Definitely, I am not going to be spared. Because Allah says, I will not forgive those who are associating partners to me. You believe in doctors, okay? All of us are believing in doctors. Why so much of delay? Why so much of delay?
Yes, doctor.
You want to lie or you want to modify your statement?
No, yes, doctor. But, true, doctor.
Read chapter 26:80.
2680. Doctor.
Yeah. What is sound? What is sound? Ting ting sound.
No, that is coming, doctor. I am having two mobiles, doctor.
Okay, okay.
He cures me when I become ill.
What do you mean by that?
Allah cures us when we are ill. When we are ill.
So,
Allah.
who do you go? Who do you go?
Doctors.
For curing?
Doctors.
So the doctors are shaitans, sir.
Doctor.
No. Doctors are shaitans, sir.
Doctor, but there are so many cases where hospitals also get people go and finally if they're not doing.
Where they finally end up?
See, I have a friend who had a COVID 9 months before. He went to ventilator and he survived. So what is about that, doctor?
Then again they will get some disease and finally they go to ICU during the end stages. Huh?
Yes, doctor.
During the end stages.
Okay.
Where do they go?
ICU.
ICU. They survive there.
Yes, doctor?
They survive there.
No,
All of them.
no, doctor,
Or
very
fin-
rarely.
or finally, they have to die there.
Yeah, by Allah's will, doctor.
By Allah's will. Allah said, you go there and survive, don't come to me. But here Allah says, when I was ill, it is He who cures. Just now you read 2680.
Yes, doctor.
So which one is right?
Then Allah cures, that is right.
You said he survived.
Yes, doctor?
You said your friend
Yes, doctor, God, Allah cure.
from COVID, he survived only in hospital. Only in hospital.
Okay.
What would have happened if he has not gone to hospital, believing only in Allah? That's what a question.
Yes, doctor.
What would have happened
Yes,
if
doctor.
this COVID person has not gone to hospital, believing only in Allah? He would have died because he believed in Allah alone.
Not like that.
Then what does it mean? Think over and tell me. No need to be in a hurry.
If he has not gone to a hospital,
He would
because
have survived. He would have survived. His COVID would not have been there at all. He would not, they need not have gone so much struggle in the hospital.
yes, doctor.
How many? Are the doctors sure that they would cure the patient?
Doctors attempted, tried.
Do those people know that beforehand that they would treat this patient successfully?
No, doctor. No, they're not sure. They will give the try.
Then there's a fluke or not.
It's a will. It is his fate. Allah's will.
So Allah cured them, cured him, cured his friend or the doctors.
Allah cured him, doctor. By Allah's grace, finally, doctor. So,
Not finally. From the beginning itself, it is a test for them to understand. So give your thought now. Those who have understood, these are the people when they went through the torment of life and then Allah saved them, knowing well that the doctors cannot cure, knowing well they have no knowledge at all to cure COVID, not sure of what COVID is in itself. But then Allah cured. It is not sufficient for the world to open up their eyes, their insight, to know Allah is the curer, not the doctors. We should stay away from them. Instead of that, you are giving a certificate to doctors that visiting doctors for your ailment is the best thing that you can follow.
but doctor, in the 21:7, it is showing.
Wait, finish this. If you understood this, there's no need for 21:7. We'll go to that also. First tell me.
Because doctors will say finally trust in God. This happens for one of my friend's mother.
Why
Last
you
week
don't believe in God? They must believe in God on your behalf.
Yes, doctor.
He gave you the disease only for your trust, not for their trust.
Okay. Understood, doctor. Yeah. Because last week one of my friend was saying after doing everything, pray and trust in God. That was the final answer given to me.
So you pray to God and then go to doctor. All right.
Yes, doctor.
So Allah needs a helper. Allah is free of need or he needs a helper.
He's free of need.
Then you believe in God and then go to doctor.
Yes, doctor. That.
You see, definitely Allah needs a helper in man.
Because there is saying now, doctor, God answers your prayers through someone.
When did he say he won't listen to your prayer?
No, will answer your prayer through someone. There is a saying now, doctor.
Not when
Maybe
you pray. Not when you pray. Chapter 2, 186.
chapter 2.
Where think you got all the materials?
Because number 2, 186, doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. And when my bondsman ask you regarding me, say, I am nigh, I am closest to him.
Wait. What do you mean? Closest to who? Closest to
Allah.
the other person or close to the person suffering?
Closest to Allah.
Allah is closest to the person who is suffering and calling, or someone who is not at all involved in the suffering.
To person who is suffering and calling.
Because he is most kind, he is most merciful, he is most compassionate. So who are suffering? Allah is on here. Only those people are should be saying, where is Allah? Not the person who is enjoying their life like anything. He will never think about Allah at all. Do you get the meaning now?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
So you have to turn to Allah because Allah is near to you. Someone else, as far as you are concerned, there's someone else. Allah is far away from him. But when you are suffering and when you call, Allah is so kind, considerate, compassionate, most forgiving, and very near to you, hearing you intently. So someone else, through someone else, he answers you, or only when you call upon him.
When I call upon, or when the sufferer calls upon.
So where did you get the material? When you first said that through someone else, Allah will answer you. Read chapter 2, 152, same chapter, 152.
2:150. So remember me, I will remember you, and show your gratitude to me, and reject me not.
Now have you understood?
Yes, doctor.
Now you are thoughtful now.
Yes, doctor.
Now you got into the situation because somebody else suffered and you gave a thought that what will happen to me if it comes to me, I will do the same thing. I will do the same mistake. I will be among the people who are hellbound. So I know that I am ill at ease now. I give more thought to it. When every situation you see around and you personalize, things will happen to you according to chapter 3, 140. Every single verse will create a sense of appreciation with that eternal divinity of mind.
Okay, doctor.
Are you satisfied?
Yes, doctor. Yes.
So there is no someone when you are alive.
Yes, doctor.
And Allah doesn't need a helper.
Okay.
I pray to Allah and then go to doctor. I pray to Allah and then I go to doctor. Doctor will help Allah. Allah is so needy. Chapter 35, verse number 15.
O people, you are ever in need of the help of Allah. But Allah, He is all sufficient, all praised.
Does it make clear?
Yes, doctor.
Read the Quran. Read. Don't rush through the Quran. Need, when you read it as your dire requirement, not for the sake of running through the pages. Don't use the Quran that way. Okay, now come to chapter 2 and 4.
Chapter 2:14, doctor.
2 and 4.
Shall I read?
Yeah.
Or do you think you shall pass into the garden without such as came to those who pass away before you? They encountered suffering and adversity. They were so shaken in spirit that even the messenger and those of faith who were with him cried, "When will come the help of Allah?" Ah, verily, the help of Allah is always near.
Whenever you are in such deepest trouble, Allah says, my help is so near. Rajaya asked about me. You are not looking well. So what do you understand from what he has asked? And when you see me, how I am before you? In the past 3 months, I am 25 kg down. So what? Don't let your spirit down. I am 50% more powerful spiritually. Least bother about my body. Whatever it happens, it will happen one day. But are you cowed down by what's apparently seen of some ailment or other? Here, chapter 2214 comes to your help. This will happen. Even the prophets, the Rasuls, the believers are shaken as to asking, when will the help of Allah? Allah says, so near, so peace is there. Your iman is for the body or your iman is for the hereafter?
Hereafter.
So how can it affect your spirit when there's a disease fixing you up as if it is come to you for good? As if, I said. For this spirit, Allah will make you live longer as a test for others and as a sign for others. Every single person has to go through this, every single person. These are the people finally go and get admitted in ICU. And they do their last rites. And they cry for life and die. And that is the departure for hell. Always be at ease. Pack up your belongings for Allah. The fear for Allah, the iman for Allah, the guidance from Allah, be a messenger and a sign for others how you should live in this world when you have iman. It's not your body you are taking, it's your iman you are taking. So sit in the first class lounge before you are launched. What, Raja, are you satisfied? All the while you are believing in Allah here. For others, they may see you deathward. For you, you are the first person to live in both the worlds. Until such time, the time of Allah comes upon you, you are not to leave this world. And you are not the one who will fix how long I will live. The spirits here are counted. I will not fear my death. I will not fear my last day. My last day is every moment of my breath is my last day. The more I believe in Allah, the more I am lifted in my spirit. The more, not an iota of worry or grief strikes me in all these 3 months. Are you all understanding what I am saying?
Yes, doctor.
So I am a sign for you not to worry about the physical nature. Don't let down your iman. Read chapter 3. Yeah.
Just, just an observation. Your spirit is so good because we are able to see. I'm able to see from your voice.
It's all Allah's rahmat.
Yeah.
This is money.
Yeah, money. Yes, Swarna money.
Read chapter 3, 185.
I will read, doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every soul shall taste of death, and you shall only be paid fully your reward on the resurrection day. Then
That.
whoever is removed
Yeah.
Whoever is removed far away from the fire and is made to enter the garden, he indeed has attained the object. And the life of this world is nothing but a provision of vanities.
That's right. I have completed my translation in Tamil. I have completed my translation in English, and I brought it out as a app. My job is here over. To a great extent, I have explained Quran to you. And if you have further wishes for the future people, definitely I will be allowed to go ahead as long as required by Allah. And He is the decider. I am not the one. I would love to live as long as He wishes me to live. There's no question of shortening my stay here by way of wish also. Is all open. And now it is for you to seek from Allah what you want of me. Definitely Allah is so near to you all. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Again, go to chapter 33, verse number 11.
33:11.
Yeah.
There are believers were tried and they were shaken with a severe shaking.
What more you want?
This, yes, doctor.
So do you believe in doctors or you don't believe in doctors?
Believe only in Allah.
There you are. Off to a grand start. So why I told you all these things, because I don't want to name a disease. As a doctor, I know a bundle of diseases likening to each other. All doctors will have one disease will come. I'll think about multiple diseases of the same similar order, and none of it I can cure. I will only play with the word like diagnosis and change the same medicine. Only the 4 medicines are there. One is fever medicine, one is swelling medicine, one is pain medicine, one is allergic medicine. That's all. All medicine is over. For these 4 medicines, 400 pharmas are there with different brand names. So it will give you changing the brand names, but nothing is going to work differently. All are same. Finally, when the patient dies, they will say, doctor did the best, but Allah did the worst. This is the name we give to Allah, and then we pass out so that we are all driven to the gates of hell. Don't follow shaitan. That is other than Allah. So beautiful is the life when Allah is with me, Allah is with you, Allah is with everyone. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions you have?
What is the name of the app which is created, Doctor, for your Quran translation?
Now I'm in the English translation going on along with that. English, app manufacturing is going on for English. By my writer, it will come to you.
Inshallah.
Dr. Fazlur, DRFAZL,
Okay.
Quran. You go to iPlay, what is it?
Play
Yeah,
Store.
Play Store. Play Store. I have not done it for Mac. For Mac, for iOS, we can do the same thing from Google, and they are working on that also. So all of you can have an Android for this alone. For Allah's sake, you can buy one Android for this Quran alone. In Tamil and in English and bilingual available. The same app. DRFAZL Quran, right? Now total app is available in Quran, in Tamil now. In a matter of 3 to 6 months, not 6 months, matter of 3 months, English will also come. Okay. We'll go ahead for years with this beautiful alliance between us and the followers of Allah in truth and spirit, following the Quran.
It is available only in Tamil, right?
Now,
Yeah.
in the next 3 months, English will be added.
Yeah, because I was just searching and then trying to do that.
Same app, English will be added. When English is added, they'll be bilingual also.
Yeah.
So as here, person with Iman, worry shall never touch. Grief shall never strike. Satan cannot smite us from any of the directions. Those who weep, those who sadden, Satan is driving towards kufr. Always seek peace from Allah, calmness, quietness, sereneness must overpower all the evils of satanic emotional inducements.
Salam, Doctor.
Salam.
From the last 2-3 verses which you have explained, there is yet another verse which is a relief, like when Allah is saying that I have tested the believers, then there is a verse where as a believer I am asking that, oh Allah, I don't want to be tested. So there is a verse which you sent me where it is said that why will I reprimand you if you heed me? So that can be a lesson.
Chapter 21:35. Not exactly that way. Here's chapter 21:35.
$21.45, Doctor.
21:35.
Everyone is to taste the death, and we put you to trial, testing you with evil and good. Then you will be returned to us.
Yeah. Everyone will be tested, not afflicted with death, only tested. taste the death. So you meet the death, and I will revive you again. You'll meet the death, revive you again, not in one way or the other, but in multiple ways. The cycle is repeating until you are taken up by Allah. When enough testing is given to you, and when Allah has given you enough reprieve and respite and forgiveness and mercy, everything for you to get corrected, before the time fixed for you, your death is arriving. Enough of testing will be given to you until you finally meet your death. When all that's over, you are taken back, and in the meantime, if you have got corrected, you have learned, you are people of discerning, and you are thoughtful, definitely in the last moments of your life, you will be hale and hearty, spiritually elated, and you know where you are heading for. The finest abode. You'll be rejoicing internally. And at this moment, when you are seeking whatever prayers you are making to Allah, will be accepted for everyone, for whoever. And Allah will tell you who are those people, identify for you. So never be in the habit of deceiving a believer.
Doctor, I was referring to 4147.
Yeah,
Shall I read that?
yeah.
What would Allah do with your punishment if you are grateful and believe? And ever is Allah appreciative and knowing?
So this is what you meant.
Yeah.
So Allah, you are not being so. So I am testing you. It's not punishing you. I am not taking your life away. I am testing you. I am testing you, making you taste the death, imminent death. Then I am reviving you. Is it not sufficient that I am so near to you, teaching you, holding you in my embrace? But you are falling away. Read chapter 41.
Chapter
41. I will tell you the read chapter 41. (41:6).
Shall I read?
Yeah.
Say, I am only a man like you, to whom it has been revealed that your God is but one God. So take a straight course to him and seek his forgiveness. And woe to those who associate others with Allah.
That's the last word. Woe to those who associate others with Allah. Otherwise, I am a mortal like you. But Wahi inspiration is there. Whatever you ask for, Allah will give you and make you hale and hearty, and then He catches you. He is the one, not many, and the none but one. So look up to Him and stand for Him alone and be steadfast. His word has come, don't worry. His word has come, don't worry. I have taught you Quran, and you will never forget except things which will escape you by my command. Because I don't want you to get stressed about everything Allah has given there. According to your nature, you have been shown certain signs in your life in which you can mold yourself. Not every single aspect of the suffering that will make you suffer and then go through it and then remember everything. Thus, such toiling Allah does not allow you to go through. Simple measures for whatever, in whatever direction you may exceed the limits, there alone Allah corrects you and He will never make you forget that part of Quran. That you will not be stressed because of the whole Quran is given to you. Allah will make certain things forget. Does not matter. What is necessary for you to enter the heavens in this world and the hereafter, Allah is there for you. Anything else you want to ask? Shall we meet again on Wednesday? Sorry. Friday.
Inshallah.
Salam to all of you.
Salam, doctor.
Read Quran. Read.
Salam.
Salam, doctor.
Walaikum salam.
Salam, doctor.
Salam, doctor.
Salam, doctor. Thank you, doctor.
Salam, doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Salam to all of you. Salam to all of you.
Okay. Salam, doctor. Salam, doctor.
Salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam, doctor.
Salam to all of you.